was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. You could not tell me nothing, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
Welcome back, everyone. Today on Wild World Footage, we're looking at the cold, hard truth as to why so many men are choosing to be single. And yes, we will be delving into the whole Akash Singh with his wife Jasleen Singh that's going on with their beef with Myron Gaines off the Fresh and Fit podcast. Let's get right into it.
I just had a guy ask me out on a coffee date. I'm sorry, I don't drink coffee, but even if I did, I wouldn't go on the date because I feel like I'm more of an investment than a coffee date. I just think that that's very high school and I don't like it. And when I try to explain in the nicest way that why I'm not interested, he's trying to give me other ideas that's basically on the same level as coffee. Like, oh, let's go to ice cream. Let's go to a bakery.
And here's another one. But yet you're complaining about a grown-up date and still single. I wonder why.
I'm not a sweets person, not a bakery person. I'm a lunch and dinner person. So take me out to lunch and dinner.
What do you want?
He's like, oh, but what if we don't click? And then I spent all this money on an expensive dinner and, you're just going to walk away from my life. I never said it had to be an expensive dinner, but I like dinner. I don't like dessert. I am a high value woman.
You sure about that?
I am a classy lady.
You high value, but you don't want your dinner to be expensive. And you don't know that dinner would cost more than a coffee date. Now, what class was you in school?
Like, I'm not trying to go to an ice cream or dessert shop. I don't even like that stuff, So I just feel like I just basically said we're not compatible. And he was like, oh, fine, bye. Like, he got so upset. But I'm like, I don't understand why guys do this. But whatever. Am I wrong? Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong.
There is no way a dinner date is cheap with her. There is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing wrong with a coffee date the first time you guys meet. If she's expecting so much from the get-go, it's a good indicator as to why she's single in her 30s, making TikToks, trying to shame men.
It's our first official dinner in Greece, in Rhodes. I'm wearing this teeny tiny dress and I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit slightly uncomfortable even though I have shorts underneath. I just feel like I'm gonna get a lot of eyes.
My eyes.
That would be ideal, but a lot of other eyes, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you're fucking cooked, my guy. You are cooked more than a well-done steak right now. Your girl just disrespected the out of you, and all you said was, not a word.
If you're allowing your woman to dress that way and post it online and then brag that other men will be looking at her, guess what? You're the problem as a man as well. This is just sad to see.
If you're a girl just like me who's being passed around in college who no longer feels a drive in their mid-20s and listen, fuck. Baby, I ain't afraid to admit I was a hoe. But after being in my 20s, I literally needed a man to be 6 feet away, backed up, no drive, okay? Drier than the Sahara Desert. Girl, we needed to figure her out.
You know what? I blame the Protestant Reformation for this. You're probably thinking to yourself, why do you blame the Protestant Reformation for this? Because if people were still afraid of being excommunicated from the church, what are you talking? Like, I know she's just trying to sell honey packs, right? But there's no shame in society, and I think that has made the world a worse place. People aren't afraid of talking about how selfish they are, how freaked out they were or are. There's no order left in society where a girl just said she was getting passed around so much that her cooter box dried up. What is it? Is it a well? Like, it just, you... Then her verbiage. She said she was being passed around? A self-descriptor of being passed around?
That right there is some fatherless behavior, and I couldn't agree more. What happened to people having shame? I'm sure women were doing this in the 1950s and 60s, but guess what? They kept it to themselves so that they could hopefully find a good man and start a family eventually. But now, it's like a free-for-all. Women do and say as they please with no repercussions.
Yeah, I got him in here cooking tonight after he works.
12 hours, see? This is what you need to do when you come home from work. Just like I do every other night, okay? I know he's going to say, well, you should be cooking every night because I pay the bills. But guess what? Guess what, buddy? That's not how it's going to work around here.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You're going to put in some extra work when you get home.
Well, why don't you go to in there while I'm doing this?
Because I need to make sure you're doing it correctly. What are you talking about? Don't try to push me out of my kitchen.
Yeah, well, you don't need to be up in my space while I'm doing it.
I'm not in your space. I'm just monitoring the situation. I'm making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. And when you're done, you're going to clean all those dishes in that sink. Because they're not going to do themselves. And I damn sure ain't going to do them. Not after the day that I had staying home all day. I'm stressed out. So after your little 10-hour shift, what was it? 12? I think it was 12 hours. But after your little shift, you're going to do those dishes. And you're going to serve me dinner, too. It don't even look very good.
My question to all the men that are watching this. What would you do if you worked a 12-hour shift and then you came home and then your wife, girlfriend, whatever, made you cook? And then she started recording belittling you. I am just curious, what would you do? Please let me know down below.
My man makes $25,000 to $30,000 a month, so I'm satisfied with that.
For real, what does he do?
He's a car sales manager.
He's got bank.
God forbid, if you broke up now, would you date a man who makes $2,500?
Her lifestyle, she can't switch like that.
If he had a really good heart and could take care of me and my daughter, but me and my man are not breaking up. So
How much you say your ring was?
my ring was $7,000. I can't have that around here. This is 200.
If he cheats on you,
I will take everything from him.
oh, what if he gave you a prenup?
I won't sign it. I'll rip it in front of him.
I'm no expert, but sounds like she's with him just for the money. And fellas, I keep saying it. If you choose to get married, get a prenup. That is so disrespectful on so many different levels. We have to do better. I don't know what else to say. We as a society are failing.
Bro, as a male nurse, bro, working in the healthcare field, bro, I promise you, the shit that you see is crazy. The amount of people that's sleeping with each other here is ridiculous. Everybody here is sleeping with each other. Everybody, right? And you know what the worst part is? Half these people are married. It's the married men and female on go. Everybody. Married people sleeping with the married people sleeping with the patients, married people sleeping with the single people. Everybody's doing some shit, bro.
How, Sway?
And it's weird to me. But the worst part is the married people actually has a whole community about it. This is the thing. They know about each other. They talk about it. And they still want to go. And I'm like, bro, I actually just heard this girl support her, like, friend. Like, oh, there's nothing wrong with sleeping with that girl, her husband, because, you know what I'm saying, as long as he take care of you and your responsibility, that ain't your problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. Now, how would you feel if that was you? And I'm like, bro, females are savages. And I'm like, damn, they really don't give a shit. Now, as niggas, you know what I'm saying, y'all cheat, y'all dirty, that's nasty. These girls already knew that. But it's weird to see, like, girls actually partaking in, and it's like, if you look, like, girls really do support some stuff, and they just don't talk about it. They just keep everything on the hush-hush.
I've said it before, and people in the comment section always say, oh, it's so insecure. But check your partner's phone. No buts and ifs about it. If your partner has nothing to hide, then they won't care. It's the cheaters that always complain.
I'm not surprised Akash Singh's wife misses getting her back blown out in college.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
Not just because a lot of women have a similar history anyway, especially in college, but because Akash Singh has no game at all. By his own admission, he literally married the very first girl that he's ever been with.
Damn.
Akash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
So
Indian
this
woman that
is
was
like
important
loyal
to me.
through and through.
Okay.
And
So am I surprised that the guy who, by his own admission, has no experience with women, has women trouble? Of course not. And that's despite the fact that the issue he has with this girl is genuinely a very avoidable one. What I would like to point out, though, is the level of sheer arrogance this motherfucker has to try to talk about anything women related.
A lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. I saw a clip where you were like, oh, the nuclear family's falling apart. What do? I don't get married. Just don't get married. You actually trying to help men, or you talking to fucking incels who are 18 years old? That's some shit you say to college. I'm going to turn you from a simp to a pimp. All right, bro. Can we grow up? You guys are self-help. Hey, we're trying to help men. So either we're funny, or help men and be real and be honest with yourself and don't have an ego like, no, I have a preference. Be honest.
It genuinely baffles me how someone with such little experience with women can act like they have anything of value to add when it comes to that subject. I've watched this man time and time again give the most horrendously incorrect advice around women for years.
You got me.
And the only thing he's ever had as an appeal to authority to fall back on is the fact that he's married, which we've already established at this point. He went about doing that in the most pathetic way possible. Getting into a relationship of consequence of any kind with a woman from a place of scarcity and single-mindedness will never be a good idea. You don't just marry the first girl you get naked with. That's stupid. And not even for the sake of just having variety. No. It's primarily because of the mental state you're in when you choose from a place of abundance versus scarcity and the quality of the decision-making you have. You know how they say, don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry? Exactly. This man was starving and went shopping for naan bread. Then walked out of the store and realized he had white bread in his hands. And I say white bread not just because his wife sounds like every other white girl out of NYU, but also because for someone that claims he wants to keep it in the culture, I don't see a lot of culture in that one at all. Anyway, I digress. The point is, being married, especially under these circumstances, does not give you the right to give anyone any advice about women. You can't be claiming to be the mature voice when you have no relational maturity or experience. I would rather people listen to Fresh from Fresh and Fit than Akash. Real talk. It's been Jason Favorite Scientist. With all this information, what you must.
This whole beef has gone completely viral between Akash Singh and Myron of Fresh and Fit, because Myron reposted, he didn't say anything, he reposted Akash Singh's wife's Jasleen's TikToks where she's talking about all the things she misses when she was back in college. With that being said, who do you guys agree more with, Akash Singh or Myron of Fresh and Fit? Let me know down below.
What is wrong
I'm just
with
telling you should be dressing appropriately.
I'm wearing a nice, elegant dress.
No, you're putting yourself on display for everybody to see. We all know what you're doing. You're an attention-seeking... Oh, I don't want to say the words, but I'm not gonna. Because I know you're probably recording again for your friend.
Crying because your boyfriend is telling you what you're wearing is inappropriate seems kind of an odd thing to cry about.
As a single mom, you don't know what I had gone through. And sometimes we don't even choose to be a single mom. It's like...
Well, let's pick one point by point. You do choose to be a single mom.
How?
A man can't have sex with you unless you grant access to sex. And not only that, how many times has a man broken up with you?
No. None.
None.
Zero.
So no men broke up with you.
Right.
How many men have you broken up with?
A little bit, a lot, what?
How many men have you broken up with?
It has been a mutual
No, listen.
Why you always lying?
How many men have you broken up with?
Shit didn't work out.
No, that's not the question. How many men have you broken up with?
4.
You proving my point right there.
No, I didn't.
So you choose the man to have sex with, and then you break up with them. This is why you're a single mom, because you are the problem, and you broke up with these
Let's think about this logically. She chose the man. She chose to be intimate with that man. And then she decided she did not want to be with the man and she dumped him. And now she wants to guilt us into feeling bad that she's a single mother. That's not how this works.
I went on a date with this guy and he was like, so do you have any hobbies? Wake up. Wake up, buddy. Look at me. I go and get lip filler. Hobby. I pluck my eyebrows. Hobby. I apply Hailey Bieber lip gloss all day long. Hobby. Taking care of me. I go buy cute earrings. Hobby. Taking care of me.
This is seriously why a lot of men prefer a more natural look. Not only because they find it more attractive, but they also know the personality that usually comes along with a high-maintenance woman. And I'm not trying to bash this particular woman, because if that's what she wants to spend her time and energy on, there's nothing wrong with that. But what I and many men have a problem with is when she's acting like men shouldn't expect a beautiful woman to have other aspects of her life. When a lot of beautiful women, they absolutely do have other interests and hobbies. And I'll tell you the truth, a lot of men are looking for that type of woman, and there's nothing wrong with that.
This raises an important question. Do you guys prefer a more natural look, or do you guys love it when a woman just goes full out, just makeup, just dolled up to a T? What do you guys prefer? I'm really curious to see what you guys think.
And I'm not signing a prenup. Because what do you mean when they slide you a paper saying, okay, here's everything that comes with your marriage? You're going to be like, hold up, I don't want this part. I don't want her to have access to this. That part really doesn't work for me. Let's just go ahead and leave that part out. We're not going to include that. Yeah, so now sign this. No, you can keep it. We don't have to get married because it's going to be all or nothing over here. Because aside from getting married for love and commitment, it offers legal protections. But if we're going to leave out the entire legal concept of a marriage, then we probably should just express our love and commitment for one another without getting married. We can just keep everything off papers at that point. And honestly, I feel like if you have to take that extra step of precaution, you don't trust me. And you should probably put more thought into who you're marrying. If you feel as though I'm that bitter of a person, or there's a possibility that I'm going to try to take everything you own if things were not to work out, then you probably shouldn't be getting married to me. And honestly, it's not even something we should be thinking about because that's only in case of divorce. And we're not getting divorced.
And with that being said, always get a prenup. No matter what kind of emotional response you get from these women, get a prenup. It doesn't matter what she says because at the end of the day, she can take it all and you don't want that.
If women knew how hard it was for men to even get the slightest bit of respect from women nowadays, they would actually be shocked. Because it's not for no reason that men have given up on dating. It's not for no reason that men no longer try to deal with women. It's because they have tried so many times, and instead of just being rejected nowadays, they have to deal with being made fun of. They have to deal with women putting them down. They have to deal with the most ridiculous, disrespectful things ever. And because respect is such a crucial element for men, they would rather, instead of being disrespected again, just go and get themselves a dog.
That's the sad reality right now. There's a trend of men who have tried dating for years with no luck. They get used, they get abused, they get lied to the point where they've just given up dating as a whole. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's segment as to why men are done dating. And with the whole Akash Singh with his wife Jasleen Singh versus Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys for listening. Have a great day.